the next skill that I want to highlight for tokenomics experts is basic coding. Now, given that some of the other tools we've been looking at are very high code, like Python, this may seem like an odd skill to bring up now. So what's going on? Well, the point I want to make is that there is a good case for you becoming comfortable with basic programming logic, even if you're not a tokenomics specialist working with high code tools. The reason for this is that having a basic grasp of coding gives you some ability to be able to evaluate how economic logic is being implemented in smart contract code that is being composed by the developers. This allows you to have better conversations with them to ensure that you are both seeing eye to eye. In a certain way, this is actually nothing new. Conventional financial analyst roles come with similar responsibilities. Earlier in my career, I used to develop these giant Excel models that would be used to guide decision makers who were trying to navigate their way through a large web, complex commercial, service, and finance agreements that were needed together to build, run, and finance a viable power plant. What initially surprised me was that a very large amount of my time wasn't spent in Excel, but reading these legal documents and understanding the clauses that had financial relevance to the project's bottom line. I had to do this work even though I had no prior training as a lawyer or in law. If something wasn't clear in the legal documents, I would then reach out to the contract counterparty or the legal advisors for clarification. My role was to express the financial consequences of these conjoint agreements within a single integrated numerical model. Negotiators would then use the results of this modeling to go back to counterparties for later negotiations to refine terms. On rare occasions, the model would flag unexpected errors in the terms, but at the end of the day, it was the legal documents that have the authority that my model had to represent. Now, in the case of blockchain and token economies, it is now code that is actively and directly implementing key terms of an economic agreement. But authority about the intended economic design arguably now sits with a tokenomic designer. But just like I couldn't be sure that I would understand all the legal terms without advice, the smart contract engineers may not understand the exact nature of the logic that I have designed and want to be implemented. This is not a new situation. The internet is full of these memes which show these errors of translation at work in business. However, we will do much better at avoiding these kinds of problems if us tokenomics experts can at least speak or read just a little code. Because in the majority of cases, the logic used to express an economic arrangement will not be that complex. That's why learning basic coding can be very helpful even if you're not a high code tool specialist. And it will certainly distinguish you as a different class of analyst and advisor if you can participate and contribute to your project in this way.